Previously on Mix Battles, we raced to mix the same song in just 30 minutes. We both crossed the finish line. Barely. Now comes the real test. Which mix sounds better? In this video, we'll break down our approaches, review what we prioritize, and you get to decide the winner.
I lost already. Again.
What do you mean? I'm really bad too.
Nah. There's no way you're worse than mine.
Not bad. I don't know why you say it's bad. Where are the BBs?
I totally forgot about them. I didn't unmute them at all.
Sounds really gelled together. Your drum sounds so much better than mine.
You'll be surprised. I didn't do anything.
Where's Kelly?
I'm singing it.
You didn't mix her? Oh my gosh. It's nice. I can hear all the instruments very clear.
No BB.
Yeah, I think this is epic fail. Okay, good effort. It's so much better than what I thought.
Okay, your turn.
The vocals are still too loud.
Like a kick.
Took me 10 minutes. Honestly, cannot even judge. I think they're both okay, given we only had 30 minutes. If the audience doesn't know that there's BBs, then your mix is not bad. At least your vocals gel into the song better than me. You're able to make Matthew quite bright, but not harsh. For me, I went for warmer vocal.
There's only one thing I like about my mix better. I like the drums. They're kind of like fatter. From a listener's point of view, I would say your mix is better because there's something to focus on. I know the vocal is the star of the show.
It's way too loud.
No, but even if it was softer, it's upfront enough. Then the strings and then everything else in the back. But for me, it's a bit like everything's in the same plane or like dimension. Another mix battle lost.
Hey, maybe we haven't lost yet. Maybe people prefer your mix. So we have to let you vote in the comments section below. Why don't we open our sessions? We can talk about what did you prioritize and stuff like that.
Nothing. All I prioritized the BBs.
Well, I can see on your drum, you barely have any plugins. And actually your drums sound pretty good.
I actually just asked myself, what do I want to hear more of? Or what do I want to change? And only just do that. Because at first, I like opened this on the overheads. I tried to like do my normal thing where I cut the sub, but I actually found that the kick stopped sounding like a nice fat kick. I felt like a lot of the kick was actually in the overheads. So I didn't touch it. And then that's when I realized, I was like, okay, just what do you want to change? So I thought the drums were a bit too punchy, like too much attack. So I took some of it off the kick and I wanted the kick to be fatter and to cut through more. And then I did the same for the snare. This is the slowest setting, but the 1176 is very fast. So I'm just trying to like take off some transient, make it more even. And then I thought the snare could be fatter. That's it. More compression. And then what I wanted to do with this parallel compression is take away more attack so that I can push in more detail in the parallel compression. I just thought the kick and snare is the most important. I didn't even touch the toms. The vocal.
Okay. Oh.
Here, I just immediately thought like, oh, he's so dull.
How dare you say Matthew's dull?
Not that way. He doesn't cut through and he's too hunky.
Yeah.
So the first two things I did immediately was
與你去漂泊，尋求去路。
Still needs to be brighter, so I put this on.
艱苦也好，動盪都好，一起共路。
And then other than that, on the vocals, it's just normal compression stuff. I felt like your compression is better.
So basically, what did you do with all the other instruments?
I did the piano first, got it out of the way of the vocal. But actually, you'll see for a lot of the instruments that I actually got time to do.
They're all the same.
He lives in this range,
Yeah.
prioritizing the vocal.
It's the same thing. Wow, you didn't even bother like renaming your aux. It's called aux 1.
艱苦也好，動盪都好，一起共路。
好亂啊！
世界每一個，與你去漂泊，尋求去路。
The power of EQ.
Because also the sounds are pretty good.
Thanks. I arranged it.
Yeah. I just cleaned up space for the vocal. I guess that was what I prioritized.
Me too, actually. Our concept is really similar. It's just the time spent on things is a bit different. But you know what took the longest for me? It's typing.
Yeah.
Finding the... I'm like, yo,
Type faster, type faster. Yeah. Like the SSL.
Yeah.
It takes time to load. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Some of the plugins, the rainbow of death are so much.
Look at this. I completely didn't touch this.
You forgot about them?
Yeah.
世界紛擾破碎。
So the only difference is because he's singing a lot lower in the verses, I just extended. You can see the difference.
I did that too, but I don't know why my vocal sounds so bassy.
Guitar comes in here.
為愛下去，為何要結伴途走出去？
Here's probably where I realized that the vocals are dry. And I probably had like maybe 5 minutes left. All I have is a delay and a reverb. And I didn't even tweak it. It's straight from my template.
順利都好，艱苦也好，順利都好，艱苦也好，動盪都好，一起共路。
But I think it's too much, I'm just like...
Use one sentence to describe having to mix a full song in 30 minutes.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Time management. I didn't realize how short 30 minutes is.
Yeah, it's super short.
Thinking back, I probably shouldn't have spent 15 minutes, half the time, on one section of the song.
But we chose a very hard song to do this because ballads require a lot of automation. What is the biggest thing you take away from this challenge that you actually put it in your own mix?
Such a good question.
Type faster.
I think the biggest takeaway is if the sound sounds good, leave it and unmute it. I surprised myself how quick I got the tree trunk done. In my normal mixing, I get to okay pretty quick, but then I start to like overthink and then it's the wrapping up the mix that takes a long time.
I feel like this challenge is made for you.
Saying I'm slow?
I'm saying that you learn a lot from it.
艱苦也好，動盪都。
It's so much more than me. The fact that you automate it means that you had time to think about the musical stuff.
Yeah, so I did so much on the kick because it just sounded so bad.
That's because a lot of the kick comes from the overhead.
That I hear two types of attack. Like, blah, 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 blah. I need to choose one. So in the end, I chose the kick. And then basically what I did is I twist the shit out of it because I didn't make it sound like the original. I boosted like 5.6 dB of this. Yeah, and then I took away, I didn't. I just took away the sustain because I didn't like the tail. Yeah, and then it's like not enough, it still boosted more. But I hated the sound, this one. So for the snare, I did the same thing. Next, I only had 2 things, which is my secret weapon, so.
Parallel.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, you compress it pretty hard.
And then this is my secret. And then that's when I unmuted the vocals.
艱苦也好，動盪都好，一起共路。艱苦也好，動盪都好，一起共路。
And then actually right after I did the parallel compression, I started writing it already. in the verse. You don't need that much, or else it will sound too compressed. And I did it without listening. I was just like, minus 14, sure. Like, and then what is this? Minus 6, whatever. Yeah, sure. Maybe it's that. Nah, I just guessed. The only thing I changed is that. Yeah, same stuff. But then I don't know why this sound is so bassy here.
為過下去，為求可一起走下去。
But I did add LA too because I wanted the warmth.
Oh,
And I
maybe
think
that.
this might have added, and then a little bit of compression to like control.
艱苦也好，動盪都好。
Didn't boost a lot. I just didn't want him to be that bright. But I did this, which took ages, by the way.
艱苦也好，動盪都好。
Here.
Resonance.
Must treat. And this is where he cuts through. Yeah, and then for Kelly, I barely spent any time on her. I'm so sorry. But I literally just copied everything that I did with Matthew, moved this to her range. I actually thought she's airy enough already. She's actually quite bright already. So what she needed was low boost.
蒼老如何都好，不安也好。
At this point, I added reverb, so all my effects. Here, I just added
如何都好，不安也好。令
the stereo thing. Yeah, and then obviously reverb.
世界每一個，願你去漂泊尋求。
The BV took ages because of all the copying. And then I also know that this is me. I didn't even listen. I just know what to put on me. I already knew it was
Sounds
me.
really good.
So I didn't listen at all. And I just balanced, boom, done.
Unfair advantage.
Yeah, this is very unfair because I mixed myself a lot. After that, I finally unmuted everything. I was like, oh shit. At this point, I had like 10 minutes left. So boom, I split piano soft and piano loud because it just cannot be so loud all the time when the drums is here. So before, it's like this. Oh my god, it's not even moving. So minimal compression because I want it to breathe. And then actually this part is where it's really like,
Yeah. I think I cut something similar there.
I pretty much cut all the lows away.
I just did it in a shelf.
There's some tracks, like this track I didn't touch at all. And then this rhythm track here, the AG, I literally cut the shit out of it. Yeah, oh my gosh, look at the, it's not even moving. And then the strumming, I remember like at the very end, I forgot to do this. I was like, what is booming so hard? I was like, oh, it's this. So I cut the shit, I didn't even think about it.
願你去漂泊尋求去路，貧窮都好。
So for the strings, all I did is this. So this is almost like a habit to me because the violin is very piercing. This stuff. Because that is really like almost like white noise. And it's, yeah, exactly that. That really clashes with the vocal. What I really did was write this bit.
The fact that you had time.
Because this part is so important, so it's all the staccato.
似是幼稚難定
Here,
性，
here.
我會以一生去反正。是個靈魂重聚過程，順利都好艱苦。
I think this is the biggest thing that helped your mix that I didn't do is automation. Because automation is really bringing the music.
I agree.
順利都好，艱苦也好，動盪都好，一起共路。世界每一個，與你去漂泊，尋求去路。貧窮都好，安康也好，靈魂一半我已碰到。在這刻完全，別要好青春盡後。
I mean, the bare minimum is to unmute all the tracks.
But now we want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments which mix did you like better? What is the one thing you would try on your next mix?
And also, what other mix battle challenges you would like us to try. Remember to like and share if you enjoyed this video.
And subscribe for more mixing epic fails.
See you in the next one. Bye!